YouTube. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. Today, we're going to be talking about a little bit about the news updates and how the Supreme Court just allowed Donald J. Trump to end protections for Haitians and Syrians. That's right. They just approved that in the Supreme Court. The president can end temporary protection. A lot of people don't understand temporary protection is temporarily. It's temporarily. It's not supposed to be forever. It's just temporarily. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a fantastic afternoon here. Let's make sure that we are alive. Let's make sure that we are alive. You know what? I gotta change the. Hey, Mason. Good afternoon, brother. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this out there. It is very interesting, though. What's up, Billy Bob? Supreme Court allows Trump's administration to end legal protections for Haitians and Syrians. That's a little bit of something interesting. But I told y'all already the president could legally do that. But we're gonna wait for a couple more people to join in, and we're gonna wait until you guys join because I gotta change the thumbnail. I got a way better thumbnail that I want to put for this live stream video. So you guys are gonna have to give me a second. I wouldn't say ground news prevents bias completely. Can I give you the Discord? Sure, I can give you the Discord. Just give me 1 minute though, because I gotta send myself the new thumbnail real quick. Yeah, I'll send you that. But we do have the we do have that going on, which I think that's fantastic. A lot of people are gonna call me racist and say, "Oh, why don't you want the Haitians or the Syrians?" I know Haitian people and also people from Syria. Some cultures just cannot assimilate to America. I'm not saying that their culture can assimilate, but also that's just one of the reasons. And at the same time, we cannot be the protectors of the world. We can't just be the dumping ground for all the migrants that the world wants saved in America. We can't just say, okay, you know what? They do really, really need some help, so we should just help them because they need it. I know, people can be helped, but it doesn't mean we have to be the dumping grounds to let all these other countries come in and put their garbage in our country. If these people are so good for the economy, shouldn't every country be wanting to take all these illegal alien immigrants in? Shouldn't they just be like fighting over who takes the illegal alien immigrants because they're so good for the economy? Like France and Spain should fight over who's going to get the next illegal alien immigrant, France or Spain. They should have fight over that. That would be funny. Since it's so good for the economy, let's see some competition of who can take the most illegal alien immigrants. They're the ones that want to take it there. They're the ones that want to take it there, so why not? I mean, we can just make changes. Hold on, I'm almost done. I gotta click a couple more things. Okay, I'm done, guys. Now I changed the thumbnail, so I'm back on screen. Let me close this tab. Okay, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Who has to go back? Oh, the illegals? Yeah, they have to go back. It's kind of obvious. I mean, they're not supposed to be here. They had a temporary status. That means we would temporarily let them stay most of the time until things get better. No, is that what it means or not? Poor Venezuelan? Yeah. What Venezuelans? I do have a lot of good Venezuelan friends, so shout out them. But I hope Venezuela gets the liberation that it really fully needs one day. I'm America first, but why would I say F Israel? Israel's done a lot for our country. They have done a lot. We still have to release the whole economic video, but that video is going to take a lot of time putting together. Well, most of the refugees in Europe, it's because of the war, the USA and wars in the Middle East. I don't care. We don't want them. Close those borders. Let's be honest. If it was for the Middle East or not, these illegal alien immigrants are going to pour into Europe. Let's be honest. If there was war, no war, these illegal alien immigrants are going to pour in. There was Iranians pouring into Spain and France years and years before this war. I was there. I seen it myself. And these people were not escaping a war-torn country. They were escaping a dictatorship, the Iranian dictatorship. So I've seen this firsthand myself. Bro, there are still 11,000 plus people missing and they're expected like 10K dead. That is crazy. From what? What are we talking about exactly? Israel hasn't dragged us into any wars. What proof of that do you have? We were at this war with Iran way before Israel even got involved. Do you not remember last year when we bombed Iran? We did that. That was nothing to do with Israel. So how the hell is this Israel's war? Could you tell me that, please? Because I'm tired of these moronic comments. Oh, from the earthquake in Venezuela, I saw that last night. 10,000 are expected to be dead. 10,000? Yeah, I saw the earthquake last night, but I didn't know 10,000 people died. When I went to bed, it was around, I don't know, 200. Iran has attacked the United States several times. Apparently, you don't know about Operation Praying Mantis when they sunk one of our ships. So you don't know shit about American history. You're just an idiot. Don't even talk about the Iran situation. I mean, disaster funds are pointless. Disaster funds are literally pointless. There is no freaking point of a disaster fund. There is literally 0 point. I'm tired of these Democrats screaming at the top of their lung, "Oh, the disaster fund, the disaster fund." Y'all ain't from the South. You're from those Yankee ass, bullshit ass states with the freaking high unemployment rates and the high homeless rates and the high state debt. That's where y'all are coming from. I'm coming from the South, where we actually deal with these natural disasters. The government doesn't help shit. The government doesn't help shit. FEMA doesn't help shit. None of that stuff helps. None of it helps. The only thing helped us was our own state funds. The only thing helped us that we were a surplus state. The only thing helped us was that our governor had so much money just laying around because our state's rich and California's poor. Y'all are poor. Y'all are poor. Hold on. Let's get the camera back adjusted here. Your states are blue written, that's why they're poor states. Because most Democrats are on welfare. That's probably why. Well, way more Democrats are on welfare than Republicans. That's a statistical fact. So that doesn't even need to be argued. Oh, you live in California? You live in California. If you live in California and you ain't independent and you're still relying on your family, you're still living off your family, the number one thing I can say is just get the hell out of there. Just move out of California. You're just going to end up 35, 45 years old living off, the government or off your family. So leave California. Oh, California is the fourth largest economy on Earth. Yeah, that would be true if California didn't lose that spot. That would have been true if California didn't lose that spot. That would have been true if California didn't lose that spot. California's number 5 now, buddy. Their economy has been tanking. So now they're not even the fourth largest, they're the fifth largest. That's what happens when you have a declining economy and record high debt. Did you know $1.3 trillion of our national debt is just from the state of California alone? They have the highest debt in the entire country. They have the highest debt in the entire country out of any state. If you were born there, you just ended up unlucky. If you were born there, you just ended up very unlucky. Oh, here we go again with this. That kind of stuff you can't control. I can't get this to focus. Okay, here we go. Gas is going down, brother. Gas is $70 a barrel. That's cheap. That is cheap. Why is gas so damn cheap right now? That's what you should be asking. It's because Trump is negotiating with Iran. That's why. So you should be proud of that, brother. Trump is doing what he got to do. We got 6 likes though. Can we get the likes way, way up? No, conquest is how you take over nations and you build an empire. I have nothing really against conquest. Yes, it might be immoral on some aspects, but conquest is how we built what we built throughout human history. I'm not going to discourage against it. Just to build a weak society full of femboys and people that think they're fucking women just because they cut off their dicks. No, I'll prefer conquest. If I had to choose between conquest and letting these freaking men cut off their penis and be feminized and take all this estrogen bullshit, then I would probably choose conquest. Everyone get on a sailboat and let's go invade a new country. $2 a gallon in the state of Texas? Wow, that's fantastic. $2 a gallon. Let's take a look at this earthquake here, though. The earthquake probably ain't looking too good. Woof! At least 164 killed. That's terrible. Here, what's Trump saying? Trump pledges swift USA response after deadly earthquake hits Venezuela. On Wednesday, President Trump pledged the U.S. resources to Venezuela back-to-back tremors. Fantastic! Economic projections suggest the disaster could reduce Venezuela's GDP by 7%, while Washington controls oil exports valued at $8 billion in flow since January. That's a lot of freaking money. We made $8 billion since January. That's a lot of money, guys. That is great news. I'm proud of our president, President Trump, for doing what's right. He didn't have to help Venezuela. A lot of you people out there would have said, oh, he should put America first. He shouldn't help Venezuela. Well, if there's people dying and we're making money with the country, we made $8 billion. We can't help these people a little bit. We made $8 billion off their oil. We can't help them a little bit. I'm just confused. Spamming is not going to be allowed in chat. I'm sorry. Goodbye. That is interesting. I mean, I'm glad that President Trump's doing what the right thing is. I know our president will. He always does. Do you think we have Israelites in our government that blackmailed the government to help them with the war? No, that's just a bullshit conspiracy theory. Don't watch too much Nick Fuentes or Candace Owens or Alex Jones because that stuff will rot your brain. No, there's no Israelis in our government. This comes from long history of anti-Semitism, of people saying Jews. People for hundreds of years have literally been saying Jews run the world. For hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. Let's see, U.S. economy, our GDP went up 2.1% first quarter, while American jobs added 188,000 jobs. 188,000 jobs added. 188,000 jobs. There was 178,000 added just last month. Great job, President Trump. Everyone lies, retard. Oh no, somebody lied. Oh my god, I thought politicians were never supposed to make any mistakes. I thought they were supposed to do everything they said. Are you stupid? Are you stupid or something? First off, do you know what kind of government system we live in? I already know all the political candidates can't do half the shit that they're promising. But who has the better promises? We live in a democracy. We don't live in a dictatorship. Or we don't live in some kind of country where you can vote in leaders that have absolute power. But if we could vote in leaders that had absolute power, they would get a lot more stuff done. But democracy is arguably a lot better for the people. But if President Trump could do anything he wanted, he had complete control of the government, of course he would do every single promise he told you. Of course he would. That's not even a question. Of course he would. But can we get the likes up, chat? Can we get the likes up to like, 20, 30? Iran got us into this war. The only person that got us into this war was Iran. What are they going to do with 87% enriched uranium other than literally just build a bomb? What does one do with 87% enriched uranium? Look, our economy is already recovering, as you can see. Oh, this is in China. This is in Korean. Okay. Well, I don't really care about a Korean article then. Let's see. What other news do we got going on? Blind spot. Trump is gonna be president in 2028. He doesn't have to run a third term. Damn demon rats! Won't let us block mail-in voting. Damn demon rats! Can't even get real legitimate voting. You just gotta let them put their name on a piece of paper and turn it in. What the f is this? Talking about U.S. judge blocks Trump's mail-in ballot executive order. That's bullshit. Bullshit. President Trump signed the order on March 31st, citing election fraud claims to justify restricting mail-in voting and directing the Department of Justice to prioritize prosecution of officials issuing ballots to people deemed not eligible to vote. So if Trump is telling them not to send people ballots that are not eligible to vote, a judge just struck that down. That judge is corrupt that struck that down. He wants illegal criminal bastards to be voting in your election. He wants that to happen. That's why he did it. It's more than obvious. Why else would he do that? Who in their right mind would do that? Who in their right mind would do that? We should have some vote by mailing, but we should restrict it, just like Trump wanted to do with his bill. It should be a lot more. It should be a lot lengthier process for mail-in ballots. It should be a lot harder. How do you know this judge was Trump elected? This judge probably was not Trump elected. What's the name of the judge? Let's see. Doesn't even tell us the name of the judge, but I highly doubt it was Trump elected. We can find out if it is a Trump elected judge. That's just a stupid comment, though. Why do you want mail-in ballots so badly? Other countries don't have mail. A lot of other countries that have real safe elections don't have mail-in ballots. Do you want me to give you a list? Yeah, I think France or some gay-ass country has freaking mail-in ballots. But real countries that do real voting, they don't. Was that judge elected by Trump? Let's see. Was that judge elected by Trump? We'll find out if that judge was elected by Trump. If this judge was not elected by Trump, I'm just going to say you're a fucking full-blown fucking retard. No, the judge who blocked Trump was not appointed by Trump. Yeah, you're fucking dumb. Stop yapping your fucking Democrat mouth unless you actually got something truthful to say. So no, the judge that blocked Trump was not elected by Trump, dumbass. I'm tired of these dumb Democrat comments. Don't make any dumb Democrat comments, okay? Please. I know you have a tiny brain. It's really, really hard not to, but please don't. It doesn't matter about widespread voter fraud. We shouldn't have any fraudulent voters, should we? We shouldn't have any fraudulent voters, just like illegal alien immigrants. It doesn't matter if there's widespread fraud for illegal alien immigrants voting. We know we've caught them before. We've caught hundreds of them before voting. It doesn't matter if it can change an election or not. It matters that it shouldn't be happening because it's a crime. If only 2 guys rob banks, that doesn't mean that we just don't stop people from robbing banks. Which judge? The judge was appointed by Barack Obama. Judge Indrani Tawani. Literally appointed by Barack Hussein Obama. Oh, the judge is appointed by Trump. Trump's own judges. Trump's own judges deny him. No, it's not a Trump judge. It's Obama judge. Why do demon rats think all these people are just put in the power by Trump? Not everyone in office is, a part of that. Not everyone's a part of that. But we could go to another section of the live stream. Actually, you know what? Maybe we can get Gandalf in here, you know? Does anyone want to do a quick call in to Gandalf, maybe, possibly? Well, let's see. He's calling. Guys, double tap that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see, discard. Let me try to see if I can let me see if I can add him to the call, maybe. Window caption number 3. Bring him in. Why don't you like Gandalf, whoever said that? I'm just curious. Why would you say that about Gandalf? Okay, here. Alright, hopefully y'all are able to hear him. I know I gotta fix my camera again, but let me capture audio. Okay, everything should be good. Okay, let's call him. Let me know if you guys can hear him. Can you hear it ringing? Hello, hello? I can't even hear it ringing. Can chat hear it ringing or no? You're muted? You're muted. Can you hear me or no? Muted. Joe, Friday, can you tell me if you hear me? Okay, I'm not muted. If you're saying I'm muted and I'm not, you're getting banned. Who said I was muted? You're muted. Yeah, you're getting put in timeout. I'm not muted. You're getting put in timeout. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're an idiot. Anyway, let's see if we can hear. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can hear anything. Hello? We're on stream. I don't know if I can hear you. Try saying something. Okay, I can hear you. Hello?
I didn't mean to bother you while you was on stream.
No, let's talk about the I'm streaming on OBS. Let's talk about what's going on. Can you guys hear the caller? Say hello, Gandalf.
Hello! Can y'all hear me out there in YouTube land?
But yeah, that's pretty crazy about the about James Fishback.
Yeah, that infuriates me actually, because everybody's so hard on APAC, but there's pro-Islamists. I couldn't have proved it till now, but there's pro-Islamist packs, and here you go. And let me tell you what, but just like I don't feel like we have a Jew problem, we have an Islamist problem. Same thing here. We don't have a Jewish pack problem, but I promise you we'll have problems out of the Islamist / Muslim funded packs.
Yeah, that's crazy. $680,000 funded by Radical.
Yeah. You remember how much they tried giving that representative up near Nashville, Tennessee, hell? You remember how much they tried giving him hell over?
$1,000?
Like $1,000. It was either $1,000 or $2,000. Now that's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, $1,000, $2,000 ain't it? They must think we some whores. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll take $2,000 from somebody, but I'm not going to change my political view for $2,000. They go, and I don't even know if then I would do it. But they'd have to give me like life-changing money. They'd have to give me like Elon Musk amounts of money.
And then you'll be a liberal.
You know what? I do believe people can be bought. I don't know. I can't. I would like to say no. Hell with it. I would like to say that, but realistically, I don't truly know till somebody offers me that kind of money. But as of right now, I'll say no.
Is $1 million
You know,
enough to make you consider it, or does it have to be like way more than that?
you said 10 million.
No, 1 million.
No, 1 million won't. It had to be more than a million.
Yeah,
It
I
had to be
agree.
more than 600. It would have to be more than 660 something $1,000
Why that specific amount?
because that's what Fishback sold his soul for.
Oh my god. I thought it was 668,000.
Oh, 660. Yeah, it'd have to be more than that. My soul's worth more than James Fishback's.
He's just gonna say, "Well, I already supported the Muslims."
Yeah, well, you know what? And I would say screw him, and I'm being nice. I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and not cuss as much. I'd say screw him.
Screw James Fishback.
Yes.
Should we?
I mean, and seriously, what do they honestly need? What do they do with that kind of money? Because honestly, when I hear about people and stuff, the stuff that I hear about them from, it doesn't take any real money. It's YouTube shit. I don't go to a function. I don't where does on both
This lady
sides.
right here is calling us delusional, chat. Who do you think is more delusional? This right here, this, and why the fuck are your eyes so red? You look like you're doing drugs. And or this. Who's more delusional? Let me know, chat. This or this? You did it to yourself, lady. Don't you come in this stream. She's gonna be crying in the comment section. Oh, you showed me. You showed my face on your stream. Well, you're in the comment section, getting trying to ask for attention, calling us delusional. I gave you what you wanted.
How'd you show her face? Where was she at? Is she in Discord?
She's in the chats talking shit, and she's calling us delusional. So I pulled up a photo about her and showed her, and she showed how fucking weird she
Oh,
looks, huh?
which chats is she in? I will see what she looks like.
She's in the YouTube chats.
Oh, YouTube chat.
I can
Oh,
just
I
send you a
got you. Look,
photo of her. Hold on, I'll send you a photo of her. Look in your Discord. Hold
yeah,
on.
let's see what she looks like. I mean, we're under the gun here. Let's see what she looks like. Let's make fun of what she
She's a
looks.
liberal. She's
Oh
asking me
dear
about
God,
the.
what the fuck? Don't send me.
She's
Oh
asking.
my
She's
God.
asking me about the reflecting pool.
Dude, I'm so glad I had my sunglasses on because it would have been abrasive to my eyes. But yeah, what about the reflecting pool? Does she want to talk about the as far as I'm concerned, the terrorists or the vandals that destroyed it? They said that someone walked through the pool and took a knife to it, which it's just a spray in rubberized liner. So a knife's going to do quite a bit of harm to that, you know. And the thing is, it's tradition to walk through that. You know that, right? I mean, up until now, up until the assholes at what they're doing now has done, you could have walked through the reflecting pool. You could have waded in the reflecting pool, which I think is really cool.
Now we have her in the
But
side. We'll
now,
we'll just troll her for the rest of the stream. We'll keep a little photo of her on camera just so everyone can see. That'll just be the ultimate troll because any Democrat that has the balls to come on here and that wants to talk shit about us, uh, and they have their actual face in their profile picture, we're just gonna put you on screen. We're gonna put you in the corner just so people know that you're trolling.
yeah,
So I put your image right there in the corner just so you can know, Shelia. And it was funny though, because I put the photo on screen and they said, "Wow, she's still 50 years old smoking weed," because her eyes are so red.
man, I'm so glad they can't say that about me. I'm glad I hung it up before 50.
This is all scary, bro. These people are still defending the guy who screwed us out of so much money. What so much money? Screwed us out of what money? You think Trump owes you money? You don't sound very conservative to me. Trump screwed me out of my welfare benefits.
That's funny. No,
She,
you want to talk about people screwing you out of your welfare benefits, or more importantly, your Social Security benefits. You might want to look toward USAID and Obamacare and a few other programs that are notoriously ran by Democrats.
yeah, that makes a
Because
lot of sense.
I was brought up my whole life saying, I'm going to have to work the rest of my life, and I know I'm going to have to work the rest of my life. Um, but it's funny that the Social Security wasn't actually running out; it was being embezzled. Have you noticed how everything's gotten quiet about that too? I don't think Democrats want to talk about embezzled Social Security because money should not be coming out of Social Security for nothing except for paying people Social Security.
Someone was crying about the big beautiful bill yesterday. They're like, Trump cut off $1 billion of Medicare, and all that Medicare was going to
For
illegal alien
illegals,
immigrants
it's going to illegals.
or dead
You know,
people, and y'all didn't care.
let me tell you what there honestly there isn't a illegal crippled enough, sick enough, cancer ridden enough for me to say, yeah, we should do something here. I don't care. I don't, call me cold hearted. Maybe that part of my heart's dead. Maybe I ain't got one at all. I can put a finger on my pulse and I can feel it pumping. But no, I don't. I don't feel no pity. I say send them back from where they came and make their country fix them if they will, which they won't. Why is it our burden?
Yeah, I agree 100%. If they make our country so much better, then why don't they make their country so much better?
Exactly. And
No, we're not all here illegally. I've lived in 3 different countries and I've moved to every single one of them legally. You're just a piece of fucking shit. That's why you think
yeah, I don't.
everyone's here illegally.
When people are naturalized here, when you've got generations of that's been here, you are not here illegally. And you know what? The moment that a Native
You don't
American
even know
thinks that
if
they
I'm
can
Native
come,
American. You never fucking asked, you fucking bigot. You just told me I was illegal on stolen land, you bigoted bitch. I
I've
am Native
actually got,
fucking American. You do not
I,
disrespect a Native American man like that. Do you not see the
yeah,
pigment of my fucking skin, you bigoted bitch? Uh huh.
I'm actually a Native American. Not that that accounts for much or anything, but I mean, I have a large traceable amount of Native American in my bloodline, and I'm here to tell you that the natives lost that land fair and square. And I don't care who it is. If somebody thinks they can come take my land, let them come and try and take my land. They will not be successful, but they can come try and take it. That's what I feel about that. I say, bring it on, ding dong.
You're about as Native American as I am black. Well, I guess we should show another close up again. I mean, you are 50 years old. You have your hair in a ponytail and you're smoking weed. I mean, you might be black. I don't know. You
Let
might
me take
actually be black because your hair it looks like it's in cornrows. You're smoking weed at 50 years old and you're on welfare. So you might qualify. I'm
I
not
think say
100%
daggone.
sure. I can't see
If it's a picture,
huh?
if it's the picture you sent me, okay. I don't necessarily I don't see any black, but I swear if she believes smoking pot makes her black, maybe that's some glassy eyes. Because that's racist. If you think that smoking pot makes you black, then you are a racist.
He is native. He even has a native last name. I ain't gonna tell you his last name, but he has a Native American last name. So don't be saying he ain't fucking native.
Yeah. Or, who knows? Maybe my ancestors took that too when they took the land. Like, hey, we like your last name. We're going to take that too.
Oh my god.
That could be it. I mean, I come from a long, long line of conquerors. I mean, because, it's mainly Cherokee Irish is my heritage, but I've also got Norwegian that is as far back as I'm supposedly a descendant of Leif Erikson.
That's why your name is
And some of
Erickson.
them, yep, one of my middle name is Erickson, actually. That's how I got that name. And like I said, maybe my ancestors just took my last name because, well, hell, they liked it too. It's like, we're going to take your land and we're going to take your last name too. And your dog, we're gonna take your little dog too. Your little dog is ours now.
Someone said I listened to Bob Marley. Can I? Am I black now?
Well, according to some furries, you can take some pigmentation therapy and become black
Oh,
and start
dude, you
enjoying.
missed it last night, dude. I had some furries come on here, dude. It was a train wreck. It was a fucking train wreck, dude. I just decided to delete that video altogether. Because they started saying all this trans shit. Dude, this was crazy, dude. Honestly, I kind of wish I still had the video. Next time, I won't be so quick to delete it. But I was a little bit quick to delete it. But the only reason I deleted it is because it was too troll. It wasn't serious, you know? It wasn't serious. They
You
kept
say wasn't.
yeah, they said they all live together and that two of them work and all of them are unemployed and they were getting triggered when they said, "Don't say that word. Don't say that word." I said, "What word? Job? Work?" And then one of them starts screaming, "Ah, I'm getting triggered." And it was crazy, dude.
Yeah, I don't think I don't.
I
I
mean, it
think
was
you got a
fucking
hold of some
nuts.
people that really. They probably wasn't really furries.
They weren't furries. Only one of them was furries. Only one of them had only one of them had a furry costume. The rest of them didn't have any furry costumes. Only one of them was a furry, I think.
Maybe they were wannabe furries and they didn't have the money to buy the costumes, so they were like naked furries.
I don't know. It was completely off the rails either way. The chat didn't really give a fuck or really like them
I
all
can
that
say
much.
this though. Before that one, I was actually hoping to get in on the whole and Woodall thing, but I'm actually glad. I don't know if you kicked me out of that one or what, but I have to say that was probably the right decision because I don't believe that. I do not believe your live stream would have been as long with me in there. I believe I would have triggered her
Oh yeah, she gets triggered too easily.
because I about died. I mean, I doubled over. I'll be honest with you. I don't have an inhaler out of my inhaler. I don't know where it went. I'll get another one. And I almost passed out from laughing so hard when you asked her if she could piss like a man in a wall urinal. And confidently, she says, "Well, haven't you ever heard of a shiwi?" Everybody at work's been making fun of that, by the way. I told them about that, and everybody's been laughing about the shiwi. I'm like, why would you, for one, subject yourself to the embarrassment of ordering a shiwi online?
Dude, a
Okay,
shiwi
because
isn't even as bad. This was yesterday, right?
yes,
Oh man,
well, why don't you just go to the auto parts section and buy yourself a funnel?
dude,
Buy yourself a
I'm
man
trying to
wizard.
find it, dude. I'm telling you, there was one that looked like a funnel. That's what I'm trying to find you. Oh, here it is. I found it, dude. I can't show this on camera, so I'm gonna have to pull this down, but you can take a look at what I'm about to send you. This is what she told me to look up, dude. This is how they pee. Hold on. I'm gonna send this to you. This is how they pee, dude. Okay, ready? I'm gonna send you the photo.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fucking believe this. This is worth, dude. This is what a shiwi is. You want to show your employers, you want to show people at work something. This
What
is
the what?
that's a
What the
shiwi,
fuck?
dude.
What?
It's a STP, dude. It's a STP.
Dude, do they expect? Do they think that? Do they think that dudes in the bathroom stare at each other's dinguses or something? Because I mean, if
No, it's
I
a
see your
woman that
dingus,
pees into a cup and then she squeezes the tip and it comes out, shoots out like a man's wiener.
dude, we don't jack off to relieve ourselves. It's
You
not
have,
an udder.
I guess you have to squeeze the testes to make the pee come out.
That's so twisted. That is I
It's
cannot
disgusting. That's
believe.
not even, dude. That's not even the pee. That's just a sexual fetish at this point.
Yeah, because it's like people don't, men don't. I don't care if there's. Don't get me wrong. I prefer there to be a partition up between me and you when we use a wall urinal. But there's guy code. You look straight ahead. You got your dick in your hand. You take a piss, and then you go. You don't look down at the dude beside you's wiener. You don't check out what they working with. That's fucked up. That's how you get beat up in the restrooms.
Oh my god.
And I'm here to tell you right now, if I did accidentally get a glance at a plastic wiener, any guy that was to get a glance at a shiwi in the men's restroom, they're gonna ridicule that person because men men in some ways is more heartless than women. I think women in overall is more heartless than men. But when it comes to just lighthearted shit like that, men will take the cake. And that person would be ridiculed to no end. But if you're having to use a prosthesis to use a stand up urinal, that's your first clue that you ain't a dude. And then there's so many parts. I so bad wanted to get in on that yesterday. Just if you ever got one, we could call it a rodeo string. And a rodeo stream would be okay. Let's see how quickly we can get this person to see how quickly we can get this person to rage quit. And because I think I could have okay, not 8 seconds, but I think I could have got Woodall to rage quit within 8 minutes. Anyways, you know
Eight
what I'm
seconds
saying?
easily. No Wood was about to hang up when I was on there.
Yeah, I know. I know it.
That's a new truck you
Hey,
got there, isn't it?
no, no, it's Old Faithful.
Old Faithful.
Yeah,
Where the hell are you at right now? It looks like a nice ass neighborhood.
this is probably one of the. It's within the top three high end neighborhoods in Knoxville by far. Sequoia Hills. It's a neat. I gotta show you this. This is what I think's neat about this neighborhood. Okay, for one, the houses. Okay, the houses are just absolutely beautiful here. But I've seen these. They've got these. I guess these people are really. I consider these people. They got to be intellectual. Okay, because to me, a true intellectual person is going to read books. They're going to give books away, and they're probably going to take books. Take books, share a book. That is such a wonderful idea right there. So I like that. I think that's the neatest thing come along since sliced bread.
Yeah, that is pretty neat. What if someone takes all the freaking books though and runs off? Well, I guess they're in a white neighborhood, so they're safe, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm sure as long as somebody's reading them, I think they'd care less. I'd honestly say they'd care less as long as they getting read.
You weren't gonna take any
And
though, because you're not gonna read it.
no, there's another one back behind me here. It had a book or two in there I would have read. I didn't take any, but I would have read one of them. I forget the title. It
Someone
was
says
probably
they're
like,
over by North Shore. Is that in Tennessee?
yeah, yeah.
So,
North Shore isn't far from where I'm at.
yeah, someone said they're over in North Shore.
I hope they're not a stalking crazy leftist, because yeah, I'm armed with a dump truck. Is
This guy said Democrats 2028.
that the same guy that said he's in North Shore?
Nope.
Oh, thank God. Democrats are done. But did you hear about? I've not seen the video. You hear that a lot, but I've not seen the video yet. I've not had a chance to watch it. But Mondami and I guess all of his supported candidates in
Oh,
the
all of
New
his
York
candidates
area.
are socialist. The entire state of New York is turning socialist. Hear this. Hear this
Exactly.
out. Hear this out. They got one guy in New York that is a 100% Muslim socialist that he just got elected in. Another one he just got elected in was Palestinian. 100% Palestinian, straight from the West Bank.
Yeah.
Straight from Gaza, I mean.
So the big talk is this an isolated incident from New York, or is this what's fixing to happen to the Democrat Party?
If this is going to happen to the entire country, we're fucked. This is way worse than the Joe Biden Democrat Party. Way worse.
Yeah. What if it happens to just Democrats? So what if Democrats actually do go socialist?
Well, they already did go socialist. We're already watching it before our eyes.
Well,
I would
I'm
probably
talking
say about 20,
statewide.
I would probably say between 20 to 40% of Democrats are socialist. 20 to 40. I
I'd
would say
agree. I'd
40%
agree
if you
with that.
count the ones that don't know what the fuck socialism is. I would say 20% if you count the ones that actually do know what socialism is and do support it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that
Oh, here we go.
wholeheartedly.
If we were National Socialists, this wouldn't be happening. Yeah, sure, we would just lose against America in a war, just like the Nazis did in World War II, right? Why do you want to stop the GOP? We're not even far right. America is not even that conservative. That's the crazy fucking thing.
Yeah,
The
we're not
Republican
far
Party
right. We're
inside
just
of
right
America
so
is
far.
not even that conservative compared to other countries' conservative parties. Like you look at the Israeli Conservative Party, they're actually real hardcore conservatives. They're not like American conservatives. Their right wing is way more right wing than our right wing.
Yep.
Their liberals are like our Republicans in Israel. If you're in
Now
the
I've
U,
heard. I know
the
we.
NHS does not work well in the UK. It's not a world class treatment. People die waiting in line for their health care because you guys love illegal alien immigrants and the literal scum of the earth. Literal pieces of fucking shit that came on boats to England after they raped 15 different girls in Islamistan. And you think it's cool that they come there. Wow, did you know Massachusetts has $220 billion in state debt?
Is that not where our lawyer friend is from?
Yeah. This guy says it's so conservative, we're going backwards, removing rights. Whose rights are being removed? And trying to roll back policies? Yeah, rolling back policies is conservative. Conservatorship is about conserving. So we conserve policies and we conserve laws by rolling them back and not putting them in place. Fucking genius. I agree with you. People die from not getting healthcare services too. It's exactly the same as the UK.
Yeah, it don't
No,
matter if you get the
immigrants
degree
don't
if
do
you don't
any
get them
fucking
done.
work we wouldn't do. There's not a single fucking thing any immigrant in any fucking country has done that I can't do or haven't done or wouldn't do if our country needed us to do it. So you're full of fucking shit. I'm so tired of the racist, derogatory bullshit that white men are lazy and we don't do these jobs and we need immigrants to do them. Y'all thought it was fucking racist when white people used to say other races wouldn't do it because they're lazy. Now all of a sudden we're the lazy ones. It's a full fucking turn. It's a full 360. During the
Yeah,
civil rights era, people used to be calling Mexicans and blacks lazy. Now everyone's just calling white people lazy. It's reverse racism now. That's the culture we live in. That's the society we live in. And everyone's okay with putting down the white man. Don't be white. Don't
double
be
standard.
straight. That's bad. That's the
But if there's
bullshit
one
culture we live in.
consistency, but if there's one consistency that liberals have, it's it's the fact that they contradict themselves constantly. They're hypocrites.
Huh? Yeah, they're hypocrites.
Democrats have a history of being hypocrites. Yeah, they'll say that we're racist, yet then they'll turn around and tell you that every white man's lazy.
Yep. It's crazy.
Now, are there some lazy white men? I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't consider myself lazy. I don't go out and do jobs that aren't mine. My job is done to a T. I do what I am paid to do. Why do I want to go out and do other people's work for them?
Exactly.
You know, for instance, I get paid to drive this truck. Now, I can go help cut concrete, load concrete, and shovel, but my skill set is in truck driving. Why do I want to leave my skill set to go get injured doing something else that is not my skill set? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yep.
But back to the tranny though. I will. You just don't know how bad I wanted to be in that. And I was just like, oh gosh. I was like, I completely understand why he kicked me. He either kicked me because of the video thing, or because he knows I'm going to set Wood all off. And I'll be honest with you, I've avoided Woodall in Discord just because I know I'm going to set them off.
Should we invite Woodall and see what he's up to? Should we try to trigger
Sure,
Woodall?
we can
Where?
talk about the Shiwi.
Ooh, I do see that Dirty On is in the he's literally in chat debating a radical Islamic Muslim dude.
It's also threatened Turkey. That's what we call casus belli. That's a reason for, for
Got Jack Frost, Dershon,
Israel don't want to go
and
to war.
Netanyahu.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in Umingle debating someone. It's pretty cool, I ain't gonna lie. I would love to stream it, but he doesn't really want his face out there for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I get that. I watched that Unmingle. What is that? Their thing? Is that their name? Their brand is Unmingle.
No, it's a website where you can go to talk to people online and it connects you with random people.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's how he gets them all lined up like they in line to talk.
Yeah, they're already in there. He just goes person by person.
You've got enough people. You've got enough people in your Discord. You could actually do that.
Well, he doesn't do it on his Discord. It's a website.
Yeah, but I'm saying you could do it in your Discord if you wanted to.
Probably. Well, I could do it in Umingle too, and it's way better. The only thing I worry about is people cursing and saying fucked up shit.
Yeah. Well, he ain't putting his on YouTube, is he?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the difference. You put yours on YouTube, he ain't, and I get that. But yeah, I think it's funny that no Woodall, no Woodward. That's what I'm gonna start calling her. No Woodward thinks that there is a magic pill that can make her grow a wiener.
Well, yeah, it's called
I mean,
testosterone. Woodworks thinks he can grow a wiener.
testosterone is not going to make you grow a wiener.
Let's see if I can call Woodwork. Woodwork. Oops. What happened? Where's your camera? Oh, my Discord's being disconnected because it's being used in another location, quote unquote. We'll see if Woodall can answer. If Woodall answers, then that's great. If not, that's not so great. Hello? You there? Hello?
I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Can.
Woodall didn't answer.
Big surprise. Probably in class learning about how to turn a clit into a wiener.
Hopefully that's not what they teach you, man. I really want to go on that freaking website so badly, so freaking badly, and just that would be such a good website to stream on, dude.
But yeah, I mean,
Actually, I'll go on there
it,
later and I'll see if I can find someone to stream with.
but like testosterone, does it make you grow testes? Does it make you
That's
grow?
what I asked him. Did you not see part of the debate? Did you not see a part of the debate? Oh, I connected. Oh, fuck. Reconnect, reconnect, reconnect. Sorry, every time I open my
Hello?
other Discord. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Umingle after this live stream. I'm gonna go on Umingle and I'm gonna try to find some crate. You can pick. Here's what you can do. You can pick a global community, interest-based matching, active moderation. I mean, it's great.
Huh.
I'll send it to you too if you decide you want to go on there. But I think I could do some pre-recorded streams on there maybe, or some pre-recorded live stream episodes.
That would be what you do. That way you can edit out the people that says that's how you do it.
You
I
think?
think people would watch it.
What do you guys think in chat? Would you watch it? Because I could easily do that.
Oh, did you see what I posted to you last night while you was talking to No Woodward?
No, would you post?
Well, okay. We both, me and you, Woodward is not going to agree with us, but me and you, we're going to see eye to eye. If I was to say, make the statement that trans people is got a screw loose. They're one short of a shit brick house.
Yeah, obviously.
There are a few. Okay. Um. So I got on my AI and I asked a simple question. Okay, because I know first one I started with was what is the mental illness of a man or woman that thinks they are the opposite sex they are not? And it came back and said what you would expect it to say. Well, that's not a mental illness. It is this, this, and this. Okay. So then I changed the parameters. If it was the 1970s and a man or woman thought they were the opposite sex, what mental illness would these people be diagnosed with? And it was very specific by saying, oh, well, in the 1970s, we didn't have the medical knowledge we do today, but they would have been labeled as schizophrenic, and there was another schizo term. But we're just going to say schizophrenic to keep it easy.
Schizophrenic, genderphrenic. Cut your wiener off,
Maybe.
Nick.
So, now that we know that they would have been labeled as schizophrenic by the doctors in 1970, I said, okay, normal people, what is the percentage of them being schizophrenic? And it was like 0.025%. Okay, so a low amount of us are schizophrenic. I said, okay, what about transsexuals? What percentage of transsexuals has schizophrenic mental illness? And granted, the number isn't hugely high, but it had a big but to it. It was 2.5%, which I actually think is kind of high for schizophrenic because that's a pretty serious thing right
That's
there.
actually
But two
higher
and a
than
half.
the trans population.
Well, the trans population, 2.5% of them are known schizophrenics. But when I went on to reading more and more, it's actually speculated that more like 15 to 20% of them suffer schizophrenia.
15 to 20% of the trans community suffers from schizophrenia.
That's what they think. That's what they speculate. But they know for a fact 2.5% do. In other
So at
words,
least
not you have
20%
to
of them.
sort of you have to kind of account for the unknown because a lot of people that just don't go to the doctor just don't go get help. You see what I'm saying?
So what are they doing? Cutting their wiener
They
off
act,
in a workshop?
I don't know. I mean, who knows? Hell, they might just be duct taping that thing inside out until it finally goes away. Who knows? Hell, they might be putting wart remover on it. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, could you imagine trying to get rid of your micropene with some wart remover?
no, I can't. EU Parliament is chanting "Send them back."
Yeah, UK has got a lot of problems on their table. I don't want to hear, don't get me wrong, I don't wish the UK any ill will, but I don't want to hear the UK getting involved in our politics. I don't want to hear people getting involved in our politics when they are giving people with Facebook posts that say I love bacon more time in prison than pedos. I don't want to. I don't want to hear them
Well, pedo is
giving their opinions on.
a Muhammad tradition. That's a cultural tradition.
Yeah. Well, not only that, you've also got that guy here recently that is looking at 2 years in prison for cleaning out a congested congested river near London for cleaning out a river without a license.
Here's a great
He got like
question.
20.
What do you think about Israelis insulting and threatening and insulting America since the MOU was announced? Still your greatest allies? Because this is just a comment from the YouTube, but I know for a fact we've already dealt with some individuals kind of getting hostile over the MOU. What do you think about that, especially the Israeli people?
I've not experienced anything from our Discord.
You didn't hear anything from Dirty On or any of the other Jews and what they said about the MOU? They all hate it.
Yeah, they hate it, but I didn't hear nothing hateful from them. My relationship with them still been good. It's not like they were taking it out on me, or
They were
I didn't
taking it
hear them
out
say
on Trump a little
anything
bit.
like,
They were taking it out on Trump a little bit and a little bit on Benjamin
"Nah,
Netanyahu.
I'd expect them to. I mean, they're going to be a little. They're going to be a little butthurt. They they want scorched earth, and I get that. If I was in their shoes and I lived there, I would want scorched earth too. But there's more people involved in this than just them. But now I'm here to tell you now, if they want scorched earth and they're willing to carry out scorched earth, I'm not going to hold them back.
That's what I asked them. I said, why doesn't Israel just finish the job then?
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't hold Israel back. I wouldn't fault Israel for it, Now I know that our government, I know that that's a sore spot with Trump. Trump does not want Israel continuing bombings onto Lebanon. But honestly, I could care less. I say if that's what they want to do, let them do it. If Iran wants peace with America, they need to take peace with America. Where does Iran get their weapons from?
Russia, China, everywhere they
Okay.
make them. I don't know.
And where does Israel get their weapons from?
America?
So I tell you what, the moment that Iran refuses to get any more weapons from China or Pakistan or Turkey or wherever or Russia, I'm good with us saying, okay, Israel, we're not going to give you no more weapons and let them duke it out, period. But until that day comes, hey, I'm gonna help my Israel brothers and sisters out all I can. But I mean, if Iran wants peace with us, they better take peace with us. Do they want a war with America and Israel, or just Israel? I
I
mean,
mean,
that's pretty simple.
I mean,
What makes more sense for them? War with both
oh
of us or
my
war with one
God.
of us?
Thomas Massey is still talking about the U.S. Liberty in his congressional speeches. He is a fucking idiot. U.S. Liberty was an accident. And if you don't know the story or you're trying to make it some kind of anti Semitic story, you're just fucking dumb. There's nothing else to
Yeah.
say. You're just low fucking IQ looking for someone to blame your problems on. Oh no, the job market isn't going in my favor. Oh no, it's the Jews. That's what you guys always saying every
So,
day.
so if the USS Liberty is the go-to de facto issue that a lot of these people have with Israel, is it safe to say that that's the only thing Israel's done against America?
What's the only
Because
thing
at
they've
this
done?
point, is the USS Liberty. Is that the only thing Israel has done against us? Is the US Liberty?
I
Because at
guess.
that point, if we're comparing one incident, then I'm sure we can find an incident with probably every other nation out there.
Oh yeah, that's what I talk about
And then,
all the time. They say Jonathan Pollard, Jonathan Pollard. Pretty much every single country in Europe has spied on us at one time or another, and we're still
yep,
allies with them. You guys don't give a fuck about getting rid of our allies that send spies over here. You love your European allies. They're all spying on us. You love them.
yep. So,
Hey, ex Jimmys, leave a like, subscribe, and share the channel, man. Much love.
Jimmy Burrs.
No, not that Jimmy. It's a new Jimmy.
Oh,
Funny, we get lots of Jimmys coming in on here. Shout out to all the Jimmys.
that's making me feel a little uncomfortable. There's too many Jimmys in this chat.
Yeah, too many Jimmys.
No offense. It's a bad joke. If your name's Jimmy, I don't mean nothing by it. I'm just making a ha ha.
Someone in the chat says, Jews, stop playing victim. I'd actually argue that Jews have every right to play the victim, but they almost never play the victim card. I would say they
Yeah,
never play it.
I was fixing to say the ones that I know do not play the victim at all.
The ones I know, they don't even want you to say shit like, oh, don't say that. That's anti Semitic. They don't want you to even use the word
Yeah,
anti
they say
Semitic.
bring it on.
Yeah, they just say, bring it on, asshole. Fuck you.
Yeah, people that say that don't know too many Israelis, don't know too many Jewish people. That's one thing. That's one thing I'm grateful for the Discord about is it's allowed me to get to know people from all over the world and quite a few Jewish people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about live streaming is getting to meet so many new people and talk with them and make good content.
I
That's
really
interesting.
like that. I really like that. Is it Vinny makes bagels?
Yeah, he seems cool. I haven't talked to him too much, but I hear a lot of good things about him.
Yeah, I really like that guy. I would really like to. I really do want to go to Alberta just to hang out at his bagel shop.
Yeah, I would go there to
Only
hang out at his bagel shop.
The only problem is it not being America, I'm going to handle it like America, which will probably get me kicked out of Canada. But
My problem is I probably won't even make it through the border. They'll scan my passport in to the Canadian border and they'll be like beep 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 beep. No, we watch you on YouTube, sir. We've seen you talk shit about Canada one too many times. You're coming to jail with us.
well, my
And then I'm
biggest
gonna
worry,
be
you
in
know,
jail.
my
I'm gonna
biggest
be in a
worry,
Canadian jail, and that shit is just gonna be their fast food joint. What's their fast food called in Canada? What's that place called?
Tim Hortons.
Yeah, their prison in Canada is literally going to be a Tim Hortons with the cage around it. That's going to be their prison. And they're going to be like, all right, sir, we're going to have to sentence you to a hefty prison time. 1 week in prison. And I'm just going to be in that frigger eating Tim Hortons all day.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a Hortons fan,
It tastes like shit. I'm sorry, y'all. It tastes like shit. If you like Tim
and we
Hortons,
actually
you are
have.
one fucked up ass Canadian. And I don't care if you're in Pennsylvania
Yeah,
or the northern states, you're a Canadian if you're eating that shit. You're saying, yummy, yummy, yummy garbage trash, yummy Indian
and
food.
there's actually a few Hortons in the states. It's
That's what
not
I'm
just in
saying. There's
Canada.
some in Pennsylvania, there's some in New York. But if you eat that shit, I'm sorry, just Canadian slop. Canadian
Yeah,
slop.
it's like the coffee. The coffee mediocre. Now, Starbucks, liberal as all get out. Okay. But they do have decent coffee. I can say that. They have overpriced, decent coffee. But Hortons is like getting coffee at a donut shop. The coffee at a donut shop usually sucks because they're selling you sweet ass donuts. So it kind of offsets the nasty coffee. But a straight up coffee shop can't get away with that.
Yep.
But yeah, yeah. I guess if I could live anywhere in Knoxville, this would probably be my first pick.
What's up, GG? How you doing?
Hey,
Yeah, no, that
GG.
place looks really nice. I like that neighborhood.
Well, it's the trees that get me. I love the trees because the trees. It's not like a new neighborhood when they got just nothing but saplings. They've got some trees here big enough you could carve a door through.
Holy, wow.
Yeah. See here, look at this one.
Wow. Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, that's a good sized tree. Hell, this one over here is bigger than that. That one over there is. I'll bet you it's. I bet you that tree is a 48-inch round tree, 40-inch diameter.
So the
You ain't.
administration arrested 6 vandals for the reflecting pool after just a few days. After
Yeah,
just
and
a few days.
yeah, you know what I think they. You know what? That shouldn't bother you. What should bother you is people like me, because people like me thinks that those vandals should be locked away in a prison working hard labor for $1 a day until they pay back the 13 or 14 million dollars to repair the reflecting pools. And hey, if they raise the money by next week because Democrats all pitch in and help them, hey, I'm good with releasing them. But they shouldn't be released until that money is paid in full to fix those reflecting pools. I am tired of Democrats thinking they can vandalize. And you know what? If conservatives do it, I feel the same way. I don't care who does the vandalizing. Just how many times has conservatives vandalized the reflecting pool?
None?
Exactly, none. So, so right now we have to say Democrats.
Oh my
So
god, you people are in your emotions. McKay, or whatever your name is. McKay, la 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 la. You're a lesbian chick or whatever. I guess that's what your profile picture is showing me. She says Israelis are saying the most vile things about the USA and Trump right now. You're listening to that shit on Twitter. I'm listening to what they're saying in real fucking life. Do you see the difference?
yeah,
Do you see the
I'm
difference between
listening.
me and you? You're on
I'm
Twitter.
listening to real Israelis.
You're listening to what they're saying on Twitter. I'm listening to them directly what they're saying about the war. So me and you aren't the same. I'm
Yeah,
talking to people in Israel on the ground right now on what's happening in that war and what's happening in Israel. And you're just on
and
Twitter.
they're
Do you not
listening
see
to
the
second or
difference?
third or fourth hand information.
Exactly. I'm listening to firsthand reports. That's the difference. And I'm sure that is
Yeah,
true. But you know how many Americans are saying shit about Israel? For years and years and years, millions of Americans have been showing hate towards Israel. Now all of a sudden it matters that a couple Israelis don't like Trump because he pulled out of the war that was involving Israel. I really don't care. I expect them to say shitty stuff. I would too.
yeah,
If I was them
yeah.
and I
I,
felt like we were in a war together.
and I get it. I get it. You know, um, it doesn't make it right, but I get it. I understand it, and I would be the same way. And I've been upset about things where I wasn't right before. I was just upset. That's being human, ain't it?
Yup.
So I don't know. I think it's a tall stretch to say that a Democrat's a human to begin with, but hey,
Jesus. We're not gonna go that far. All Democrats are humans except the demon rats. Those are two different people.
okay. The demon craps aren't human.
Man, we would love to take a trip to Israel as a Christian MAGA.
Yep.
We're planning to do it very soon.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list for sure.
Huh? For sure.
I said going, yeah, for sure it's on my bucket list. I mean, I heard the food is just okay, okay? I heard we ain't going to like the food, but that's not why I'm going.
They have sushi in Israel. They have Japanese and Chinese food. You don't got to eat traditional Israeli food if you don't want to.
Yeah, see, I think that's what happened with my cousin when he went. He had traditional uh,
Israeli
Jewish
food.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
sucked. It ended up giving him the power shits.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's a funny story actually, but to make the short of it, when he left Israel, they was on a big plane. But the closer and closer that they got to eastern Kentucky, the planes kept getting smaller and smaller, and he ended up having to rush from plain bathroom to plain bathroom. And the last plane that he got in was a one-holer, just a one bathroom in the back, and he had to use it the whole way back. He pretty much rode the whole way from Israel back to the States in a bathroom.
Oh man, they did him wrong.
Talk about it. Yeah, what's really funny is the way he tells the story, because it was a co-ed trip. He said there's a bunch of hot chicks on this trip with him too, and he didn't let's just say he didn't get any flirt time at all, just because, well, his ass was overly active. I mean, honestly, who wants to fool with that? He'll admit it. Who wants to fool with that? But yeah, that'd be horrible. First trip away from your parents, you're leaving the country, and you end up getting a gigantic case of the
See, now you got people
act.
hating on you. This is why you don't generalize shit like that. You got your aunt and uncle that are Democrat. You can't say that Democrats are subhuman because you really pissed off Jay. Jay said some asshole really thinks Dems are subhuman. Kettle Black, both of you are psycho bigots. I think it's funny that you
Oh,
use the word bigots, but I'll go ahead and
you
agree with
know
the first part.
that hurts. I'm a psycho bigot. That hurts so bad. But you know what? I'm over it now, and it doesn't bother me no more. Wow, I got over it pretty quick.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. I never had it affect me, so I couldn't really tell you. But can we get to 4 more subscribers? We just need 4 more subscribers until we get to 34,800. 800. Let's get to 34,800. 800 chat. Should I show the sub count on screen? Actually, yeah, we should put the sub counter on screen. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I will say that there are a lot of Jewish lovers in this chat. They really seem to like Jews. Not Democrats, just the mentally ill with dyed hair. Yeah, that's who he said was sub.
Yeah, that would be the target demographic. I would say they're actually honestly closer to robots because they don't know what to think without listening to a corrupt court or another demon crap telling them what to think. They can't. They have no spark of original thought.
No spark of original thought.
No, they don't have enough spark to spark a fire in a gasoline plant.
That's sad, man.
I know it.
I'm still trying to pull up the
Yeah.
sub counter. I don't even know how. But what do you think about all those people that Zohan is getting the win?
I think it's going to be for now. For now, and I mean just for now. It could go either way, but for right now, I believe that it is a New York isolated event. I think that that's a New York thing right now.
Oh, this guy is
But
saying the
if you don't
Zionists and the Jews lost the war.
lost what war? We ain't lost no war.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
That's like saying you defeated God. You ain't defeating God.
Why not?
Because he's God. What's the point in God if you can defeat God? Wouldn't you be God?
Wouldn't I be God?
Yeah, wouldn't you be God if you could destroy God? Would you not be all powerful? Would you not be, and at that point, would you not be God?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Okay, you've got somebody
I don't
that
know.
the answer is no. You can't defeat God. It's impossible. God, you cannot destroy who made you.
Obviously, I'm just joshing with you while I'm looking for something. But yeah, no, Christians cannot destroy God.
Yeah, nobody can.
Not even the
And these
Democrats.
are God's people. Yeah, and you know, I'm not saying they ain't had their trials and tribulations throughout history, but they've come out on top. They're sitting pretty good right now. So yeah, I'll put my lot in with the Jews.
Listen, y'all, we ain't at 34,800 yet. I know it says on this random website that we're at 34,800, but all we need is 4 more subscribers until we get to this, level. So could we please get there? Thanks, chat. Thanks. Much appreciated. Zionist invasion. What do you think?
Who Zionist invasion? I mean, a Zionist can be anybody. Are they talking about a Jewish invasion?
I guess.
I mean, can a Canadian be Zionist? Can a Chinese be Zionist?
Yep.
Can a Norwegian be a Zionist?
Anyone can be Zionist. Yep.
So I have a hard time picturing a Zionist invasion because that is some coordinated effort right there.
Yeah, the one thing of James Fishback exposing that he receives $629,000 from pro-Islamic funds. The first comment says, "This is the most Jewish post I've seen all day." All because they exposed him for receiving $630,000 from the Islamic.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, what's that got to do with the Jews? We ain't talking about Jews in that post. We're talking about Muslim funded PAC. But
Yeah.
yet they leave it to a Democrat. Leave it to a Democrat to involve a Jewish individual or the Jews because they blame them for everything going on in their life. FYI, there is no problem in their life that is created by a Jew.
Yeah.
It's been a series of bad choices on their own end.
Bad choice after bad choice.
Yeah, it could probably have started just by the choice of waking up late for work, losing your job, then losing your car and house.
Yeah, I don't know how long
Or
you're gonna
never.
stay there for at that job site, but after I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna go into what is it called? The Discord, and I'm gonna do
Unmingle.
yeah, I'm gonna stream it on Discord so people in the Discord can watch.
I'll try and watch it.
I'm gonna just practice my
I do
debates
too.
with random people and then see if I can get some of them to agree to come on the show.
Okay.
I think it'd be fun. I guarantee you I could probably find a Palestinian guy maybe to come on the show to debate about Israel. Wouldn't that be interesting?
A
But
Palestinian person?
yeah,
Yeah, that would be interesting.
yeah, I'll try that for sure. Or maybe I can get another Israeli. But you can literally pick any interest, any topic you want. I'll try to get feminist,
You've not
whatever.
had a Palestinian. You've not had a Palestinian on the show, have you?
Nope. I have Palestinians in the Discord, but they don't want to show their face on camera.
So much for freedom of speech.
Well, they said they're
They must
scared.
be
They
afraid of
said
persecution.
they're scared of radical Islamics because they're ex-Muslim.
Well, that's fair enough. I can give them that. I would if I was an ex-Muslim. I would be a little worried about that. There, I would be. Here in Tennessee, I would not be worried about it. It
Look
would
at
be
this
the other way
fake
around.
ass comment right here. All Jews are Palestinians. No, the concept of even the word Palestinian didn't exist until 136 years after Jesus died. They created Syria, Palestine 136 years after Jesus died. The
Yeah,
actual
nowhere in the
Arabs,
Bible would
the
we
actual
see.
Arabs didn't come into Palestine until about 600 years after Jesus died. So no, none of what you're saying is correct. Palestine, there was no king of Palestine. There was no historical thing with Jacob and Abraham of Palestine. Everything you just said was bullshit, made up history. Not a single piece of it is actual biblical history. Not a single piece of it is actual historical history. It's just fantasy land bullshit.
Yeah, give me one verse with Palestine in it. You can't.
Well, luckily we're
Nobody
not
can.
paying Iran. We're not paying Iran. They said, "Oh, you don't pay another country when you win the war." Are you sure about that? You sure about that? Because our allies in World War II paid our asses and we saved their ass. Why did they pay us? Is it because so you're telling me basically, you're telling me, okay, we'll use your logic then. That means every single country lost World War II except America. Because we're the only country that didn't pay reparations. We're literally, actually, even I think every country, let's see, I even think America paid reparations. Every country in World War II, almost. What countries didn't pay reparations for World War II? That's a good question. That's a good question. Let's find out. Let's take a look. Okay, so basically, you're telling me that China and the Soviet Union won World War II because they're the only ones that didn't pay reparations. So we lost World War II then. Okay, nice to know.
China and who?
Russia. Those are the only two countries that really didn't pay reparations during World War II.
Yeah, well, China, if I'm not mistaken, didn't China get liberated in World War II? Did we not liberate China from Japan?
Um,
I believe Japan was calling the shots against China. They didn't get their big break until after.
yeah, China suffered the second highest total casualties of the entire war. The only person that lost more people was Russia. And yes, Japan invaded. That's 100% correct.
Yeah, so we liberated China. China should be
Yeah, that's
thanking
when
us.
Mao Zedong was in power. There was a the country was going into a civil war kind of between the
Yeah,
nationalists and the communists.
Dong.
Huh?
Yeah, the leader of China at the time was Mao Zedong.
Yeah, he was a huge communist bastard.
Yeah. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, instead of buying food for his people, he used that money for war. No, no, no. He sold food they grew that they needed for the war effort. Might not have been for the war effort. Might have been for something personal. But it was bad, whatever it is. I might be giving him too much credit for the war effort. It might have been personal. But that's how much China cares about their people. I don't think they really care about them today either.
Oh my God! Someone said Mao was based. No, he wasn't. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, people don't know who Mao Zedong is if that's what they're saying. They're either trolling or they don't know who he was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Mao Zedong is
he
right up there with Stalin.
yeah, he literally he caused a shit ton of he let people drown, he let people starve. I mean, there's all kinds of fucked up shit we can talk about here.
It's like people's go-to insult people is Hitler, but you've really got several people that deserve that spotlight together. You got Hitler, Mao Zedong, and Stalin.
Well, Stalin is getting his balls
They
licked in
all
history.
made they
Everyone fucking
all
loves
they
Stalin for no
all made
reason. Mao Zedong, no one really gives a fuck about him unless you're Chinese. But
Yeah. Yeah, you could get put in prison in China for a very long time. I mean, in a late up to a late period in time, for just not having a picture of Mao Zedong,
for what?
not having a picture of Mao Zedong up in your business. And it was long after he was dead. It was like that.
I can barely hear you. I'm gonna hop off stream right now, though, guys. I'm gonna go into the. I'm gonna go into that website and debate a couple people.
I'll be looking around for that. I want to see that if it happens.
All right. I'm gonna end it now. Peace out, though. Much love, everybody. We'll be back a little bit later.